welcome to 5 Minutes, your fast track to smarter insurance technology and stronger leadership. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to show you a better way to lead, scale, and innovate without the chaos. Let's get into it. Sam Broomer, thank you so much for joining us. You're CEO of NormanMax, and you're here. We got you back on the show just last year. We were here having a conversation about Parametric, and about the great work that you were well into. But a year ago, a lot has changed since then,
Sure has.
And we're in a very different space. Tell us about kind of what things are new that you want to celebrate with us.
Yeah, for sure. Really happy to be here. Happy to have a conversation with you, Miguel. So thanks for making time for me. Maybe just a quick recap during our last discussion. And it's amazing, right? That was a whole year ago. We're really back in the same place, back with a great group of people here at Insurtech Americas. So happy to be with you.
100% likewise.
We had talked about the fact that I was working really hard to take Parametric products, bespoke products, and make them into features for traditional insurance policies, both on the commercial property side as well as for residential homeowners policies.
Sure.
Huge unlocks with that, right? So you think about a residential policy with shrinking terms and conditions, physical loss adjustment, think about rising deductibles, rising rates, exclusions. Really, the policies on the residential side got really, really tough. And depending upon where you live, if the ground shakes, if the wind blows, if you have severe convective storm or hail, or you're subject to flooding, all of these natural catastrophe and climate events typically are a real challenge, not only for the policyholder, but actually sometimes for the carrier as well, of doing these physical loss adjustments. So a huge unlock that unfortunately the entire country can benefit from today, as we're seeing changes, not necessarily just in climate, but where we're building and the exposures that we're putting in harm's way today.
That's right.
So that's a very exciting opportunity that we're closing and capitalizing upon. On the commercial property side, as we talked about last time we were together, I would say that's even more profound. Think about business interruption and extra expense without physical damage, contingent business interruption, ingress, egress issues in getting to a location or a business after an event has occurred. And of course, utility interruption as well. Unless you have physical damage, Miguel, in those situations, you probably do not have traditional insurance coverage. So a parametric feature within a traditional property policy solves for all of that. And it provides immediate liquidity, certainty of payment, freedom of use of funds, and provides really a better customer experience, not necessarily just for the insured, but the insured's distribution and that carrier as well. So what has changed? We are taking Parametric from an interesting idea of taking it from a policy into a feature to something that we're actually implementing at this point in time with 3 carriers in the United States. So that's very, very exciting, of course. We're moving from the why to the how, and really enabling reinsurance brokers talking to their carriers about not necessarily another product, but an opportunity actually to enhance their entire relationship and the value that company brings for the benefit of their policyholders.
Sam, I don't know that that the entire audience can appreciate the gravity of what you just articulated. Can you go into a little bit more depth? Because not all of my audience is very, very technical in some regards, and not everyone is product oriented. And just kind of please go a little bit into how meaningful having something like Parametric, what does that look like embedded within a commercial policy? What is that actual tangible? How does it work from an insurance perspective?
Sure. Yeah. Happy to do that for sure. So it's very much like the turnkey business that we see in the marketplace today. So for many carriers and reinsurance brokers, it's not a foreign concept. It's something we've been doing for a very, very long time. And there's some amazing brands that do this today. So we work with carriers just like folks work in the equipment breakdown space, maybe small business cyber liability, where we go to that carrier and provide and collaborate with them, providing them rates, rules, forms. But in this case, Miguel, it's an enhancement endorsement that adds this additional parametric feature. And where that endorsement is silent, it follows the underlying terms and conditions of the insurance policy. So it's not branded my organization. NormanMax is not on this anywhere, nor is Lloyd's of London, which is who we are from a capacity perspective, which is amazing security, by the way. I think the marketplace knows that, of course. This is all about the carrier we're working with. So giving them rates, rules, forms, again, enhancement endorsement, marketing support, training, loss adjudication. So we're actually empowering the customer, the carrier, to know, hey, you have a bunch of insurers that actually have potentially a recovery.
Right.
This is an opportunity for you to reach out to them and say, we actually believe your policy has triggered. There's a feature within your policy that can provide you immediate liquidity or near immediate liquidity. Just tell us potentially what happened and let's get that rolling for you. Miguel, when was the last time your insurance company called you and said, hey, you may have a loss. We'd like to learn more from you. That is a really unique opportunity for carriers.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.